I was introduced to Dorothy through Housing Works. I wanted to tell a story on how a home can change your life. Dorothy, when I first met her, was living on the side of a freeway. I had to walk through a chain link fence, through black tarps, where I found her at her tent and her space, all decorated for Christmas. It was the end of 2011. In order to do this story, I had to pop in on her whenever I had some spare time. I decided I was going to just shoot this story in between assignments, and it was hard to schedule times. So I would periodically pop in, and sometimes she'd be there, sometimes she wouldn't. And sometimes I made pictures and sometimes I didn't. I usually just carry one body in, a short lens. A couple times I decided I would use a longer lens, like backing off in a parking lot when she was flying her sign. But most of the time I used a short lens and available light. Dorothy had a phone, and I asked her if anything came up, and also her caseworker, to please let me know, because I wanted to document everything I could. But then there were times I lost her. And at one point she was in a motel, and Caltrans had come and cleared the homeless along the freeways. And I was pretty upset because I felt like I had missed a big moment. Sometimes when you do these stories, you have to do things you may not want to do. You have to, you don't know what you're going to walk into, and you have to be careful of your surroundings and know how you're going to get out of it if something goes wrong. And that's how you approach it. And sometimes you also have to know when you can lift your camera and not lift your camera, because different people come around and you don't know how they're going to react, and you just have to be safe while you're making pictures. You know, I never knew if Dorothy was going to make it because so many things would happen, and the things that would happen normally would get you kicked out of these kind of programs. But these people just kept helping her and counseling her and giving her another chance, and I think she's going to make it. One thing that Dorothy talked about was this feeling of being on the streets and being invisible, and that made me so sad. And I think about, you know, how many homeless people have I walked by and not looked them in the eye or said hi to? And I just hope that this story helps our communities and lets people realize, you know, there's people out there and they need some help, and our communities need help.